Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is 26th September 2024. In this video, I am going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. Even before that, all of you please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. All the training lessons are available at our NeoStock YouTube channel. So at our channel homepage, you can find the tab posts, or some of you might be seeing the tab community. Whichever the tab you see, you click on the tab, you get access to this post. This post is having a YouTube playlist link that will take you to all the training lessons. You just click on the link. Now we are into the playlist Supply Demand Zone Price Action course. Here you have all the training lessons are available. You need to start your training from lesson 1.1. For that you need to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are available in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one and strengthen our skills related to supply demand zone price action. I have also provided the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. So from the video description, please join at our Telegram channel. It will be helpful to you each time when we release a new YouTube video or any other important updates we will be providing at our Telegram channel. Now let's get into the report generation. So the first we are going to generate stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. So let's start with half yearly time frame. During this process, we will also identify daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. Okay, for half yearly time frame, let's find the stocks near half yearly demand zone. One stock is filtered near to the half yearly demand zone. I will be giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. So you need to pause the video and then you need to study the report. Once you complete your study, then you can further proceed. In case if you did not understand how to study this report, I request you complete our training lesson 21.1. That is a part 1 of lesson 21. There I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations, everything in detail. Even I have also explained how we can take these leg in and leg out timestamps and base candle count and how we can draw the zones in trading view. That is also I explained in lesson 21.1. Okay, in the next report for half yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near half yearly supply zone. One stock is filtered near to the half yearly supply zone. The next time frame is quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. One stock is filtered near to the quarterly demand zone. So next for quarterly time frame, let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. Two stocks are filtered near to the quarterly supply zone. The next time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered near to the monthly demand zone. Next for monthly time frame, let us find the stocks near monthly supply zone. 2 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Next for weekly time frame, let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered near to the weekly supply zone. Next time frame is a daily. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Let us identify high liquidity daily demand zones, if any. Okay, here we have JK Cement is having a high liquidity daily demand zone. and it is a fresh zone. You need to fine tune up to the 5 minutes time frame. If you can find a fresh fine tuned 5 minute zone, you can plan a trade. Otherwise, there are higher chances the zone might be violated. Okay, next, for daily time frame, let us find the stocks near daily supply zone. 10 stocks are filtered near to the daily supply zone. Let us identify high liquidity daily supply zones, if any. We don't have any daily high liquidity supply zones from this list. Okay. The next time frame is 125 minutes. So let us find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Next, for 125 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 75 minutes. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 9 stocks are filtered. Let's identify any high liquidity 75 minute supply zones from this list. Aarti Industries is having high liquidity 75 minute supply zone. That's it. We have only one high liquidity 75 minute supply zone from this list. Next, for 75 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 75 minute supply zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any high liquidity supply zones from this list. Metropolis is not valid. It is already pierced. Okay, Shenzhen is having a high liquidity supply zone, a fresh zone. So that means we have identified one high liquidity 75 minute supply zone from this list. So total 3 zones we identified from today's list. One is daily high liquidity demand zone, and another one is 75 minutes high liquidity demand zone, and 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. Okay, the next time frame is 25 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Next, for 25 minutes time frame, let's find the stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. 2 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Let's find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. 10 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any of these 15 minute zones are having a ITF demand zone confluence. That is 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. So in the demand zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. Let's verify. So 5 stocks. So these 5 demand zones are having confluence with 75 minutes time frame. That means 15 minutes demand, these 15 minutes demand zones are part of the 75 minutes demand zone. Part means they are overlapped with 75 minutes demand zone. Okay, next for 15 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 15 minutes supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any of these 15 minute supply zones are having confluence with 75 minutes time frame. So in the supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence. Let's verify. So none of the 15 minute supply zones are having ITF confluence. So next time frame is 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 2 stocks are filtered. So let's verify any of these 2 stocks are having ITF confluence. That means 15 minute zone should be part of the sorry, 5 minute zone should be part of the 15 minutes demand zone. So 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone confluence is enabled. Let's verify. Only one stock. Okay, next for 5 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 5 minutes supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Let us verify any of the supply zones are having confluence with ITF supply zone, that is a 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone confluence. So in the supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone confluence. Let's verify. 4 stocks are filtered. Out of these 4, fourth one is having pierced zone, you can ignore it. Okay, this is about stocks near demand and supply zones. We also identified daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. The next set of reports are about NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. Let's start with NIFTY from monthly time frame. So I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Okay, this is a NIFTY monthly supply demand zone. Always look into the zone column to identify the high liquidity zones, and also look into the pierced column if you can find any pierced zones. If the pierced count is not 0, it is a pierced zone and you can ignore it. And also look into the trend, the time frame, whichever the time frame you select, the time frame trend will be treated as LTF trend. And then you can also look into one time frame higher ITF, one more time frame higher HTF trend. This is the way you can understand the remaining reports. Okay, now let me generate NIFTY supply demand zone chain for the next time frame is weekly. So I am generating weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. The next time frame is daily. I am generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So a new zone is created today, a daily demand zone. At present NIFTY is at all-time high. Okay, the next time frame is 125 minutes. I am generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Okay, the next time frame is 75 minutes. I am generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 25 minutes. I am generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. The next time frame is 15 minutes. I am generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. The next time frame is 5 minutes. I am generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So this is about NIFTY supply demand zone chain. Next report we will generate BANKNIFTY. BANKNIFTY, that is nothing but NIFTY Bank. Let's start with monthly time frame. I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is weekly, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. The next time frame is daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. The next time frame is 125 minutes. I am generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. The next time frame is 75 minutes. I am generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. The next time frame is 25 minutes. I'm generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is 15 minutes. I'm generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is 5 minutes. I'm generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So this is about Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. With this we have completed both Nifty and Bank Nifty. The next set of reports are about bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly, weekly, daily and hourly income trades. So let me start with bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame is daily. Entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at a daily time frame, I am selecting bullish. The daily demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at a daily time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means pierced count should be 0. Pierced count 0 means zone is not pierced. Next, zone achievement should always be violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhanced score is 12. All the three filters are applied to daily demand zone. Now let's verify. We got 21 stocks are filtered. And all these 21 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. That is entry time frame daily. Now let us verify out of these 21 how many stocks are having ITF confluence. Why we are looking ITF confluence? To improve the probability of the zones. So in the demand zone confluence, daily entry time frame demand zone should be part of the weekly because weekly zone is ITF time frame. Confluence, demand zone confluence means the lower time frame zone is part of the intermediate time frame, that is ITF confluence. So daily zone is part of the weekly zone. Let's filter. So out of 21, 13 stocks are having ITF confluence. All daily zones are part of these 13 weekly zones. Okay, but weekly trend is uptrend. Because weekly trend is uptrend, to further add the probability, to improve the probability, let's verify if any of these zones are having weekly EMA confluence. Weekly zones are having weekly. Why we are looking for weekly EMA confluence? Because the daily zone is part of the weekly zone. And that weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence. It's a high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence, because weekly trend is uptrend, because bullish trade setup always ITF trend should be uptrend. So that's why EMA confluence makes sense. So in the weekly time frame, weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. So out of 11, 10 stocks are filtered. See, out of 21, 11 are filtered. Now out of 11, these 10 stocks are having weekly EMA confluence. So these are the high probability setups. Okay, next let's verify LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Earlier 21 stocks are filtered. Out of those 21, how many are having LTF, ITF and HTF confluence? That means daily zone should be part of the weekly. Daily and weekly together again part of the monthly zone. Monthly is HTF time frame. So I am going back, removing this EMA filter. And in the demand zone confluence, already we selected daily demand zone with weekly demand zone. Next, daily demand zone with monthly demand zone. I am enabling the filter. And also weekly demand zone with monthly demand zone confluence also I am enabling. With all the three filters, only one stock is filtered. Power Grid is having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence and is also all-time high demand zone. Daily demand zone is all-time high. It doesn't have supply zones. And also trend is uptrend. Let's verify. If this zone is having a monthly EMA confluence, if that is the case, it is a high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence, monthly time frame. Why we are looking monthly? Because the daily and the weekly together is part of the monthly zone. That's why monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence. So it is not having monthly EMA confluence. Fine. Okay, next set of reports are about bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame daily, entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at daily, I am selecting bearish. The daily supply zone should not be pierced. In the pierced count, daily time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the three filters are applied to daily supply zone. So currently there are no stocks that are supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. There are no stocks. Okay, next bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame is 75 minutes. Entry zone is a demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75, I am selecting bullish. And 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone, minimum odd and enhanced score is 12. All the three filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone. Now 13 stocks are filtered. 13 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Now let us verify out of these 13, how many are having ITF confluence to improve the probability of getting success. We are looking for ITF confluence. All these are already supporting bullish trade setup. If those demand zones are part of ITF zone, it's even more high probability to get the success. Okay, I'm going back, and in the demand zone confluence, I want to enable the filter 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone, because daily is ITF, 75 is LTF. So I have enabled this filter. Let's verify. 8 stocks are filtered. All these 8 stocks are having a ITF confluence. That means 75 minute zone is part of the daily zone. Okay. Okay, now these 75 minute zones are having uptrend. If they are having daily EMA confluence, any of these zones, it's a high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence at the 75 minutes time frame, 75 minutes demand, sorry for my mistake. In the EMA, because ITF is daily. So daily trend we need to check. So let me show you once again the report. These 8 stocks are 75 minute zones. And also they have daily and 75 minutes zone confluence. That means 75 minute zone is a part of the daily zone. So we need to check daily EMA, because daily is ITF. Always ITF is uptrend in the bullish trade setup. Uptrend EMA confluence makes sense. So in the EMA confluence, daily time frame, I am selecting daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Let's verify. 4 stocks. All these 4 75 minute zones are part of the daily zone, and the daily zone is having daily EMA confluence. Okay, now let us look for LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. For that, first we need to remove this EMA filter. I removed it. In the demand zone confluence, 75 with the daily is already enabled. Now 75 with the weekly, that is the HTF zone, is also enabling. And also daily zone with weekly zone confluence also enabled. That means 75 is part of the daily zone. Both 75 and daily together again part of the weekly zone. That is what LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Only one stock is filtered. And if this zone, this 75 minute zone is having 75 minute zone is part of the weekly zone now. And the weekly trend is uptrend. If it is having weekly EMA confluence, it is even more high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence, weekly time frame, weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. I set the filter. Let's verify. Good. TCS is also having weekly EMA confluence. Excellent. Okay, next bearish trade setup for weekly income trade, that is entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone, supply zone, bullish or bearish trade setup. At 75 minutes I am selecting bearish. The 75 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value is 0. Zone achievement should be violated opposing zone, minimum odd and enhanced score should be 12. All the three filters are applied to 75 minute supply zone. Now let's verify. 5 stocks are filtered. And all these 5 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade, that is entry time frame 75 minutes. Okay, just to check improve the probability of these zones, let us verify how many of these zones are having ITF confluence. That is 75 minute supply zone should be part of the daily supply zone. So in the supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. Let's verify. Out of 4, 3 stocks are filtered. In all the 3 stocks, the 75 minute zones are part of the daily zone, and the daily trend is a downtrend. Because the daily trend is downtrend, if they are having any EMA confluence, it is even more high probability setup. Let's verify out of these 3. In the EMA confluence at daily time frame, because 75 minute zone is part of the daily supply zone, and if this daily supply zone is having daily EMA confluence and also the trend is downtrend, it is even high probability. So none of the supply zones are having daily EMA confluence. Okay, it's okay. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. I removed this EMA filter. Earlier how many filtered? 3. These 3 are LTF and ITF confluence is there. Now let's add HTF confluence filters also. 2 more filters we need to enable. Already 1 filter is enabled, that is 75 and daily is enabled. 75 minute supply zone with weekly supply zone I am enabling. Daily supply zone, weekly supply zone confluence also I am enabling. Let's verify. 3 stocks. All the 3 stocks are again part of the weekly zone. That means daily zone is part of the 75 minute zone is part of the daily zone. Both together again part of the weekly zone. But weekly EMA confluence need not check. The reason is weekly trend is sideways. Sideways market, EMA confluence does not give any additional advantage. Okay, this is about bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. The next income trade is daily income trade. Let's start with daily income trade, bullish trade setup. Entry time frame is 15 minutes. Entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bullish. And this 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd and enhancer score should be 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. Let's verify. So this is the filter list. So total 20 stocks are filtered. These are the first 19 stocks. Let me scroll down. So total 20. And all these 20 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes. Now let's verify to improve the probability of these zones. Let us check any of these zones, how many of these zones are having ITF confluence. ITF demand zone confluence, that is 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence we need to enable. 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence filter is enabled. Let's verify. So out of those 21, 14 stocks are having ITF confluence. And all these 14 stocks, 15 minute zones are part of the 75 minute zone. And 75 minutes trend is uptrend. If any of those 75 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence, 75 minutes time frame, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence, I am enabling the filter. Let's verify. 5 stocks are filtered. All these 5 stocks are the 75 minutes demand zones, where 15 minutes demand zone is part of the 75. That 75 minute zone is having daily EMA confluence. So we can consider them as a high probability setup, these stocks. Okay, now let's verify how many of the stocks are having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Not these stocks. The original list, how many we got without EMA filter? Earlier we got 14. Out of these 14, how many are having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence? I already removed this EMA filter. So already 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence is enabled. Next I am enabling 15 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. And also I am enabling 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence also. That is LTF, ITF, HTF confluence are enabled. Now let's verify. 5 stocks are filtered. All these 5 stocks, 15 minute zone is part of the 75. Again, both together part of the daily zone. And the daily trend is up for 3 stocks. If any of those stocks are having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, daily time frame, daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Enable the filter. 3 stocks are filtered. All the 3 are uptrend, very good. And the first 2 are indices. And the NTPC is having, it is an equity stock. And it is also a high liquidity, low priority, high liquidity zone. Okay. So next is about a bearish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone, supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes time frame, I am selecting bearish. The 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone. Minimum odd and enhanced score I set 12. And all the 3 filters are applied to 15 minute supply zone. Now let's filter the stocks. 8 stocks are filtered. All these 8 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes. Now let's verify how many of these stocks are having high TF confluence. If any of these stocks are high TF, they are high probability setups. So I am going back in the supply zone confluence. I am looking for 15, I am enabling 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence. Filter is enabled. Let's verify. 8 stocks. All these 8 stocks are having ITF confluence. That means 15 minute zones are part of the 75 minute supply zones. And all these 75 minute supply zones trend is downtrend, ITF trend is downtrend. If any of these stocks are having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. So let's verify in the EMA confluence in 75 minutes time frame, 75 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Very good. 2 stocks are filtered. Both these stocks, 75 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Removing the EMA filter. Without EMA, how many we filtered earlier? 8 stocks. So out of these, how many are having even HTF confluence? So we need to enable 2 more filters. Already 1 filter is enabled. 2 more filters are there. So 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone filter is already enabled. Now we need to enable 15 minute supply zone with daily supply zone and 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence enabled. Now let's verify. 6 stocks. So 6 stocks are filtered. All these 6 stocks are having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That means 15-minute zone is part of the 75, both together again part of the daily zone. And in the daily zone, daily trend is having downtrend only one stock. If that stock is having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability. Remaining EMA confluence is there, you need not worry about them. That does not add any additional advantage. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, daily time frame, because 15 and 75 together part of daily zone. That's why daily confluence we are looking for. Daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Very good. Fourth one is there. It is having, the supply zone is having daily EMA confluence. But it is already tested. Okay, this is about bearish trade setup for daily income trade. And the next one is hourly income trade, bullish trade setup, entry time frame 5 minutes, entry zone, demand zone. In bullish or bearish at 5 minutes, I am selecting bullish. And 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, at 5 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is a violated opposing zone. Minimum odd and enhanced score should be 12. And all the three filters are applied to 5 minutes supply zone. Sorry, 5 minutes demand zone, not supply zone. The filters are applied to 5 minutes demand zone. Now let's verify. We got around 19 stocks. So 18 stocks. So total 18 stocks are filtered. I'm scrolling the list down. So total 18 stocks are filtered. Out of these 18, how many are having ITF confluence? To improve the probability, let's verify. ITF, that means 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone confluence. So I'm enabling this filter. Let's verify. We got 9 stocks. Out of 18, 9 stocks are filtered. In all these 9 stocks, ITF zones are part of the LTF zones are part of the ITF zone. That means 5 minute zone is part of the 15 minute zone. And if any of these 15 minutes, because 15 minutes trend is uptrend, any of these 15 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. Let's verify. EMA confluence at 15 minutes time frame. I'm checking for 15 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. 2 stocks are filtered. And both demand zones also high liquidity demand zones. 5 minutes high liquidity demand zones. Okay, good. Next, let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. First, we need to remove the filter. EMA filter, I removed it. Without EMA, how many filtered earlier? 9 stocks are filtered. So out of these 9, LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, how many are available? Let's verify. In the demand zone, already we enabled the filter, 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone. Next, 5 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone I am enabling. And 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone filter also I am enabling. With all the 3 filters, let's verify. 3 stocks are filtered. That means all these 3 stocks are currently supporting LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That means 5 minute zones are part of 15. Both together again part of the 75 minutes demand zones. And in 75 minutes demand zone, 2 stocks are having uptrend. If second and third, if any of these stocks are having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence at 75 minutes time frame, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Only 1 stock is filtered. That's good. Trend is uptrend. Okay. So the next setup is bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame 5 minutes. Entry zone, supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes, I am selecting bearish. The 5 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 5 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value is 0. Zone achievement is a violated opposing zone. Minimum odd and enhanced score should be 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minute supply zone. Now let's verify. 3 stocks are filtered. That means all these 3 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade, that is entry time frame 5 minutes. Okay, now let's verify how many of these stocks are having ITF confluence. That is 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone confluence. So I'm enabling the filter 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone confluence. Let's verify. All the 3 stocks are part of the 15 minute zones. 15 minutes trend is downtrend. Let's verify any EMA confluence. Mostly stocks are less. We may not be, but let's verify. 15 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence I enabled. So none of the stocks. Very good, no issues. Removed the EMA filter. Without EMA filter, we got all the 3 stocks, LTF, ITF. Now let's verify they are having any HTF confluence out of these 3. So in the supply zone confluence, 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone is already enabled. Next I'm enabling 5 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone, and also 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence enabled with all the 3 filters. Let's verify. Only one stock, Crompton, is having LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. If this supply zone is having EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, the 75 minutes supply zone with the daily EMA confluence enabled. No, it is not having any EMA confluence. Only LTF, ITF, HTF confluence is there, Crompton. Fine, this is about bullish and bearish trade setups for all the income trades. In the final report, let me generate the stop buffers based on daily ATR. First 17 in this list are indices, that includes all sectorial indices. Remaining all stocks are equity stocks, but they are filtered based on the F&O listed companies. Okay, I'm scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video. Okay, I'm scrolling the list down. So this is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.